Talking about this week, the heat, which will be intensifying. Our feels like temperatures getting to near 110, air temperatures even getting to middle and maybe even upper 90s. And we will have a few storms around, rain chances bouncing between about 10% and maybe up to 30% in the afternoons. Some days just looking a little more likely to see a shower or storm, although we're not expecting a lot of rain at all. 90 degrees in New Orleans, the dew point and humidity way up there. So here are air temperatures. We have some 80s north of Lake Pontchartrain, but look at the feels like temperature saying close to about 100. Now I think these might be running a little bit high, the ones you see here around 105, 106, but we're definitely feeling like at least about 100 in a lot of spots. And our feels like temperature today, again, could be up to about 105 or 106 this afternoon, and then we'll be falling as we get into the evening. No cooling showers or storms on radar at this point. Zooming out, I was showing you some storms out to the northwest of us. We will see how much these are able to hold together as they move off to the southeast. Not sure if we're going to see all that much where we are, but if we do see them, they will have the chance to be a bit on the stronger side. This is our forecast. You can see through this afternoon, still dry probably and very hot by about 3 and 4 p.m. But there are a few storms out to the north. Fast forward into this evening. This is by 6 and 7 when we're losing some of that heating. But we could have a few storms. Now, I think this model might be going a little heavy and have a little too much rain potentially, but we'll likely have at least a couple of storms nearby. This is by 9 and 10, the rain all wraps up. And then moving into tomorrow, we see the high pressure really take hold, which I'll show you in a second. There could easily be storms out to the north of us and east of us tomorrow, but look how little by tomorrow afternoon we're expecting for our land areas. And through the day and into the evening, not a lot of rain. So that's going to allow us to heat up tomorrow and then stay hot with that lower rain chance. Today, about a 30% chance for rain, highs about 94 or 95. Then this evening we drop through the 80s. North Shore and South Shore lows will be in the middle to upper 70s, and it will be feeling humid tonight. When we get these high pressure systems, what we have is sinking air. There's this downward motion in the atmosphere because it's high pressure. And as that happens, it does a couple of things. First of all, as the air compresses, it heats up. So it's hotter because of that. And also that downward motion makes it hard for that lifting mechanism for storms to form and cool us down. So that's why high pressure, and you can see it here with our big high building in from the southwest. That's why it tends to heat us up so much. And also the south winds at the surface from the Gulf of Mexico are going to be increasing that humidity. So that's why we're saying feels like temperatures this week could soar, especially later in the week, to about 105 to maybe 110. We might see some heat advisories or warnings issued from the National Weather Service later in the week. We will see. But definitely the time of year. You know the drill. If you've been in New Orleans any amount of time, you know what to do. But just a reminder, take breaks if you have to be outside, working outside especially. Try to get in the shade and AC for a while if you can. Drink lots of water for all of us. Lightweight and light colored clothes are good ideas. Make sure your pets are okay with water and shade. And of course, check the back seat in case there's a kid or a pet or something that you forgot back there. 7-day forecast shows those temperatures hovering in the middle 90s. This is close to record highs for this time of June. Records right now are between about 97 plus over the next few days. So we will be flirting with those records for sure in the next several days. Also, we're looking for our rain chances tomorrow, as I said, very low. Wednesday, pretty low too. Thursday, at least one model, the Euro, has some scattered storms for us, so we may heat up and then have some storms in the afternoon. So that's actually the highest rain chance that I have. After that, we're about 20% on Friday, and for Father's Day weekend, ooh, it's looking hot and steamy. Some air-conditioned plans would be a good idea, I think, this weekend, or doing things in the mornings and evenings when it's not quite so hot. Always a good idea as well, because those rain chances this weekend looking pretty hard to come by.